So I took the GT to a dance performance that my wife had choreographed, and it was nice to take the GT and leave it there in the parking lot, not worry about it too much. It was a nice show. I enjoyed being there with my wife, and we had to get there early so she could run around and do things. And I just love taking this car places with her like that. I was going to take the Mach 1, but I didn't really want to leave it out in the parking lot that whole time. And so this GT did the perfect job just being there, and you can see a minivan parked next to me and stuff, and it was just nice to take it out on this nice night. And the paint looked beautiful in the car, silver metallic. I thought the car looked fantastic, and we went out for ice cream afterward, which is something that I like to do with my Mustangs. It's like the iconic go out with your wife on a date, go out for ice cream in the car, and I love the way the neon lights look on the car, so I had to snap a couple of pictures there of the GT sitting there underneath the neon lights at the ice cream parlor, and it was just really nice to get the car out and enjoy it on a date night. We then took the car for a little drive with the family, and then we stopped and went through my old neighborhood to go for a walk, the neighborhood I grew up as a kid, and it was fun to leave the car there and go for a walk. Again, not worry about it. It was a nice, safe place, and nobody was going to hurt it there, but I'd rather leave it there than the Cobra or the Mach 1 or whatever. So the car looked great though, and I just had to climb up on this little wall and take some pictures of the car. And this is just getting the car at work. It was dark out, but still nice. They just repaved the parking lot, so I had to take some pictures of the car there alone. And of course, just running errands with the car. I'd go to my boy's school to go put money on his lunch account, and it's like running errands in the car was fun. It's just doing grown-up things. It's kind of how I see it. When I was a kid, I would have loved to just leave the school and go out and drive around in a Mustang. And this is one of my favorite views in southern Utah. I love this view. It is breathtaking. And every time I take this little road home, I can choose to take this little frontage road home if I'd like to. I have to get out and take a picture because it just looks so good. Take some video of the mountains and the Mustang there. It's just a fantastic view, and the car looks great there. So the next thing I wanted to do to the car was add a key fob to it, and I did have this one lying around. It might have been to my zinc yellow GT that I'm still working on, but I've found it in my toolbox, and I said, all right, I'm gonna go ahead and do this, and I'll set this fob up and use it for the car since I use it every day. My wife uses it every day. It's really simple. You just put the key in the ignition and you cycle it back and forth a bunch of times, and you don't start the car, you just cycle it, and you'll watch the door locks will start going up and down. And when they do that, that's when you use the remote and you touch the buttons on the remote, and it syncs it to the car. So now I've got a working keyless entry for the car, and I thought that was really cool, and I do use that like every day. So here we go. Lock, unlock, lock, unlock. Very cool. So I'm glad to have that on the car now because I do daily drive it, and I thought if I daily drive the car, I might as well install that on the car and use it. So then I took the wheels off the car and did some inspection on the suspension and stuff because my wife and I took it on a road trip up to go to the temple up in Cedar City, which is like an hour away, the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints temple. We have two new temples going in here, but they're both, one's being built, one's under renovation, so we had to travel an hour to get there. And it was a nice date with the wife, and I thought, let's take the GT. It'd be great to go up there. I took the yellow Mach 1, and I've taken the Tahoe up there when it snows and stuff, but it was a nice day, clear sailing, so went for lunch afterwards, and then I had to stop and get pictures here back home. Beautiful mountain range. I love it out here. That's that same mountain range as earlier, but this is more out towards my house, but it's amazing how you can still see that same view just a little bit farther away. And so it's one of those things where I just wanted to stop and get out and take some pictures because it's breathtaking in person, and just having the GT out on a nice day was really fun. So I really enjoyed just getting some pictures of the car because I don't have many pictures of it, just still shot pictures, and it's just nice to have the car out like this and enjoying a nice day again. So my grandma moved here recently from Reno, and she has a house nearby, and so we go visit her often. It's only a few blocks away, and my mom has been over there too, and she's been telling me that there is a 99 Laser Red Mustang GT that's shown up in the neighbor's driveway, and it's visiting whoever owns it. It's not always there, but I thought that was cool, so we took the GT there to visit, and it was fun to see the two cars together. So went out on the town. Went out to dinner with the family. Actually, my grandma wanted to go out to dinner with everybody, and so we did. We took the GT, and that was really fun. Have the GT out on town, enjoying a nice evening, and it's fun to see the car there. I'm very proud of the car. I think it looks great. Obviously, zinc yellow GT in the driveway there. The silver GT is a motivation to that car because the silver one was wrecked when I bought it, and so just really nice to drive this car around and enjoy it and have the encouragement to work on the other Mustang project. So it was raining again. I like to drive this car in the rain because I don't want to drive the Cobras or the Mach 1s in the rain. And so I just headed home from work, and there was rain everywhere, and I just got out to take some video and picture of it. Just parked here in this new development where the new streets are going in nearby. So just great looking car. Love it with the bullet wheels. Now, speaking of the bullet wheels, the rear ones, the tires were starting to wear on them on the insides because I had rotated them from the front before I got the alignment. So the car was toe out and it was tearing up the insides of the tires, and so I had them on the back here. But I was going to go on a trip with my friend down to a car show about 45 minutes away. So I decided to go ahead and take these off because the insides were wearing. They're not too bad, but I don't feel safe driving on them. So I have some extra Mach 1 wheels, and I decided to go ahead and put those Mach 1 wheels on the back of the car so that I had new rubber on the back and I was safe to take my little boy and my friend. And we went down to the car show and had a great time down there. So I just wanted to do that so I'd have the peace of mind and safety of driving around with good tires. Around town it wasn't so bad, but I just wanted to have these because we were going to go on the interstate for about 45 minutes and stuff. So I need to use all these tires anyway. Some of them are brand new, and I didn't really want to buy new tires for the GT wheels just yet. And actually I did recently get another set of bullet wheels from the wrecking yard with brand new tires. So anyway, I put those on the car, and they don't look too bad with the bullet wheels on the front. A lot of people don't even notice, but I definitely do. So it's just temporary. But I went and put some air in the tires at my brother's house. They only had 19 pounds in them from sitting so long. These are the Mach 1 wheels that came off of my zinc yellow Mach 1 because I have the deep dish ones in the rear, but the tires were almost brand new. So we did that, and then it was peace of mind cruising down about 45 minutes each way to the car show, and that was a lot of fun. I have a video about the whole car show and stuff. And this is the gorge, one of my favorite places to drive. Unfortunately, there was an accident up ahead, and we had seen the police responding to this, and later down the road we did see the ambulance coming, but somebody had taken it a little too fast in the gorge there, and this is a place where it's known for people trying to speed through here. It's like a 55-mile-an-hour limit, but everyone goes like 80. But anyway, down to the car show, that was a lot of fun. It's cool to see the GT parked there in the parking lot, and a little bit different with the Mach 1 wheels on it, so that's okay. I think it's alright. It doesn't really bother me. I think it's kind of cool. So nice coming back to the GT after a good day. And as we were going through town, we saw this 2000 Mustang GT convertible. So there's a white GT. It was just parked there at a business, so I had to stop in and see it because I just don't see many new-edge Mustangs, especially a clean one like that. So beautiful sunset. Got a nice drink for the drive home. And then the next day I went to the boys' school. Nice to have the GT to take places like that, running errands. And it actually did snow a little bit on the cars. Now, this snow isn't too bad. It was gone within a few hours, and they don't salt the roads here, so no big deal. But interesting to see the GT with snow on it. So then the next day it was all clear and dry, and I took the blue Mach 1 out for hamburgers, and my wife met me and I had the boys with me, my little kids, and they went with her, and I just wanted to record her driving the GT around because I want to see what my own car looks like going down the road, and I love that GT. It's so fun to follow it and see it around just like any other car when this car was totaled and parted it out, and now it's back on the road and enjoying a life that nobody would have ever even thought that it was as bad as it was before. So fun to drive around and see the car in traffic and drive behind it and see the turn signals working and everything just running great on it. It sounded good. It was fun to see it like that. My wife and I just cruising together. We hadn't really gone out and gone cruising like this since we had the other Zinc Yellow Mach 1 and Torch Red Mach 1. We took those out together. So we had to go to the school to pick up our oldest son, and so we just kind of waited for him to come out. And then they had some kind of a telescope set up at night, so while they were doing that, I was just hanging out with the Mustangs in the parking lot and enjoying them. And again, going back to the boys' school to put more money on the account. There's a new temple. It's not quite done yet. Can't wait till that's ready. We'll have pictures there, I'm sure, that you'll see. But driving the GT there to go put money on the boys' lunch account again and just running errands. And speaking of errands, I got the SVT certificate for my other Cobra, and I made copies of all that. So that was really fun, and it was good to take the GT to go run errands there and do all that. And so out and about, put about 4,000 miles on this GT since I fixed it, and I just love driving it every day. It's a great daily driver. My wife takes it to work too, so lots of fun. So thanks for watching. That's the update on the Silver GT and what's going on with it, because now that the project of fixing it is over, it's just kind of updates from here on out. So hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for more Mustang content.